How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of collaboration, dry hopped mixed culture, hopeful goodness, in the form of Trve Brewing in collaboration with Arizona Wilderness. It's a dry heat. This is a mixed culture ale brewed with a single Singal malt. I keep wanting to say single malt because that's what you usually see when it comes to these beers: single malt, single hop. But this is a Singal malt, for those that have never seen it before, as I haven't, and dry hopped with Galaxy. That's pretty much it. Doesn't say anything else on here. 5.8% alcohol by volume. Done and done. I've had some True stuff. We get mild distribution relatively close to where I live. And I've dug what I've had. They're known for doing a bunch of different beers, but I've had a bunch of their mixed culture stuff. Arizona Wilderness I've had a decent amount of stuff from. I just came back from Buffalo for the Shelton Festival, and up there they're at the festival itself, but I ended up going to a tap takeover for them. So yeah, what does that look like? It looks like a hazy. It looks like a new school kind of hazy. The only big difference is that head dissipated really quick. That's probably your sour portion, your funky bits and critters at play there. So you had a head on it that was reminiscent of what you'd expect from a hazy New England style IPA, dissipated really quick, and what is left behind just looks like fruit juice, pineapple juice, if you will. But yeah, she looks pretty, as does the label. It's one of my more favorite labels I've seen as of late. Just a gecko, just a skull, but something about it, I kind of dig it. So there you go. It's called science. Anyway, let's see if I can get a nose in this sucker without spilling. I've been spilling a lot of beer lately. All the lemons are blown us. That's exactly what's going on here. Now, I'm not sure what their Singal malt is about. Just from the spelling itself, it seems like it has an origin from maybe the Middle East to kind of the Asian continent, just because of the way it's spelled. If that's the case, maybe they're going for something a little bit reminiscent of what you'd find in a sake. I know it's more of a rice thing, but something of a little lighter kind of maltiness, and it's dry hopped Galaxy, but I'm getting a ton of lemon lime on this. I attribute that a lot to the mixed culture. When you're talking about mixed cultured ale, that could be a wide gamut of things into a beer. It could be spontaneous with something else. Basically, anything goes here. You're going to be talking about London 3 with Brett C, which is kind of where this one lands for me, but you're just talking about multiple cultures in a single beer, but it smells all parts of lemon and lime. There's a bright, uber bright, like super bright, that Brett C that really just yells and screams out to me. That's what I'm getting in here. So it's a combination of citrus, lemon-leaning citrus and hops. I believe a whole ton of lemon liminess coming from like a mixed culture in there, and just all parts of bright. It is literally sunshine in a glass and smells pretty damn good. Maybe a little heartburn-inducing, but I can get down with that. Not sure if it's acidic or not based off nose. I think there's a little bit in there, but we're going to find out in the taste. Cheers. I mean, really, it does have a soft acidity to it. Nothing too crazy. It really does remind me of grapefruit juice very much. I mean, the amount of citrus in here, it tastes like you're getting it from almost any portion of the show here. It's almost like a lemon water combined with a malt that leans lemon heavy, to where you're getting like a lemon citrus grapefruit vibe from like a mixed culture, like a Brett C kind of thing, in combination with the hops playing all that. And it sounds like something that might be a bit overpowering, something that might be a little bit too in your face, like a little bit too one-sided. But it's not. It's still light, it's still dainty, while holding on to a nice soft mouthfeel, that haze in here, which I assume they're using a combination of a mixed culture Brett leaning kind of yeast with your new school kind of London 3 Conan going on to give you that mouthfeel, to give you those kind of hazy vibes, while at the same time giving you that kind of, Brett, little bit of funkiness, a little bit of acidity on the other side of things, and then taking that hopping to the next level and just adding this kind of lemon bomb. It could be just lemon hop drops, or lemon drop hops in here, but they talk about it just being dry hop the Galaxy, but they don't talk about what they dose it beforehand. I really enjoy this. I mean, just how vibrant it is, how bright it is. It's got this nice softness to it while it has this sharp kind of hit to it. There's enough acidity there to let you know, okay, you're not just drinking something that's just a Berliner Weiss or something like that. There's something a little bit more to it, but it's nowhere close to being acidic enough and even make me think about getting heartburn. And just how, and I shouldn't probably maybe even kind of talk about how deep that lemon lime thing, because I don't want to do it this justice. of just saying lemon lime and cutting it off from there. There's multiple levels. It's like grapefruit, pineapple, lemon lime, and then multiple variants of different lemon limes and grapefruit and pineapples throughout the whole gamut. There's just so many different levels and depths to the amount of that grapefruit lemon acidity and fruitiness that you get in here that it's just probably one of the more singularly in depth, if that makes any sense to anybody out there, kind of forward beer I've ever had. Just the way it comes off. It's like this fruit medley of bright yellow acidity in a very pretty, very welcome, very drinkable package. And I think this is probably one of the better beers I've had in quite some time, regardless of style. Let's cut to the chase. Is this one of the better mixed culture beers I've had? Is like, yes, sure, it does go really close, burns the edges of what you'd expect from a new school hazy, but it has so much more going for it, and it is mixed culture through and through. So to sit here and call this just a fucking tweaked up kind of hazy, I think does this a disservice, but it's worth being mentioned at least. Value and availability, no idea. Maybe wow, I almost blanked on Carson's name. Maybe Carson, the one who gave this beer to me, he could chime in for what's what. I know he was just out that way watching his Jags play the Broncos. But anybody out there, out in the West Coast, let me know what Arizona Wilderness typically does, or True, I should say, does with their collab cans when it comes to like pricing and all that kind of fun stuff. And leave you with, if you like this beer, if you like hazies and you like Brett beers, Brett C specifically beers, if you like mixed culture beers that blur lines between kind of the funky saison and kind of new school hazy, and you really dig on some lemon squares, because that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it, this is going to do you all kinds of proper. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of collab goodness right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.